Somebody recommended it to me on Steam, and it looks interesting, and it's a point game. So we're gonna see if this works. Okay. I'm hoping that it is.
Sometimes I make a great effort. I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Serena, why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers.
Oh, some interesting looking books. The things that keep us tired.
I still can't understand. Even the features of her face feel hazy and distant, like remnants of a broken dream.
Oh, I like this. The second book here says Common Sense and Other Lovely Fairy Tales. I like it. Okay. Dalmar Folklore?
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this.
I'm sure it would. I love books myself.
The smell of books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
Yep.
I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights.
Can I pick one up?
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not.
Why would you own the Necronomicon?
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Okay.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Okay.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
Aww. Okay, that's creepy. Why would you have that hanging in your... Oh, well, I would, actually, because I like creepy paintings and stuff, but that... Whoa. That is creepy. Alright. Can we do something here?
This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly.
Cooking. There's no stove.
There's probably nothing out there that I want to see, anyway. All the stuff I care about is inside. Well, except for Serena.
Oh, look. Maybe we can see her face here? No? 3 little girls. I don't know.
No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here. refuge from the world, a place of warmth and passion.
Okay, I have no idea what this is about, but
The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to every cabin needs one. Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months.
Okay.
Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was. Far out.
That's too much information. Can't get in the wardrobe.
The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this needs some luxury, but without her.
Okay. Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Naima of the ice blue eye.
Somewhere in here, in her private refuge, there must be something that reminds me of her.
Ride with me, shed your mortal guise. Here is our mount, a snow white mare. Come, Orison, to my garden spare. In the land of youth, ply your axed. Ours shall be the cycle of days. Our
I miss her so much. How is it possible that I can't remember her face? Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fae folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. A curious, sensual thrill.
I am still lost. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. This window, maybe? No.
I can make out nothing through this window.
That's the bedroom again.
This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it.
That's the bookshelf.
Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway. used to keep magazines, paperback novels, the usual stuff on these nightstands when we were staying here.
Good night, love.
She is fairly religious, not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard, but I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole, I guess. She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She liked them a lot. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some, boring to others. They say these things are alive. If they are, it must be a horrible existence, confined in their own silent, dark world. We have much more interesting things than this plant inside the cabin, like my books.
I already looked at your books.
Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was never prudish about sex, so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable. No, I don't want to read right now, especially not a Bible.
I guess there's nothing left there.
There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. There are no monsters under the bed.
Okay.
I guess they're all in my head.
Oh, a dressing table. No, can't go here. The window.
It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. I've always loved the hazy afternoon shades of this place. It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark. The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us.
Okay.
There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing. The sunlight can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up with me? The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for
There
us.
we go. Okay.
Hers. I used it too, when shaving. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back, and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds. I love you. In eternity yours, Serena.
It's been so long since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her, when she told me the soothing sound of her name.
Can't click on anything here. Looks like American money. So. Okay, let's see what's in the bottom drawer. Just close. It's like.
So glad to meet you. My name is Serena.
Okay. This one. Oh. Oh.
My heart is racing. I can't help but feel there's something I have to do.
Yeah. Okay, let's look.
They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's.
Okay. Oh, that must be the pill.
Generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
Don't forget your pill, hun. I know you'd rather not, but you know it's for the best.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure.
Okay. Can't see what this news article is. This one. Keys.
These keys are for the cabin and the car.
They look like skeleton keys. How could they be for the car?
If the keys are here, does she have her spare?
Something about a hospital.
I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare?
Okay.
Commune Evidence, Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already. It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice? We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good and bad. Depends on how you look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were.
Okay.
But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this.
It's called relationships. Could be marriage. Okay. Have you looked up that? Oh, that's the chair. Oh, holes in this cabin. Can't imagine it being very warm.
Where is she? A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Okay.
I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Okay. Nothing new there. Oh, there's another. The Great Underground Empire, a history.
I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not.
Okay.
Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time I ate. Yet I don't feel hungry. I have more pressing things on my mind right now than culinary exploits. The stove looks like something from World War I. Considering how basic and ancient the kitchen is, it's a wonder what we manage to do with it from time to time. Well, she mostly.
Okay. The family winery in New York, I guess.
The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions. And there were many more to come. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay. Gotta be more in here too. Okay. Look at the top shelf. I don't see the Necronomicon.
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Okay. I have a feeling that's not going to tell me anything new. Can't really go. Here? Oh, it's just a magazine rack. Chair.
If If I could only remember what happened.
Nothing to look at with this picture.
I'd give anything to look into her eyes again, to feel like that again.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh. Truth. Stand by each other through any adversity.
Where is she? I better stay in case Serena comes back.
There's nothing to look at. I'm so confused. Oh, wait. What? Oh, that's the wobbly leg. I think.
This used to be her favorite spot.
Oh.
She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles.
Okay.
Once we dragged these chairs out to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. One of a matching pair, obviously. There was a piece of gum stuck to the underside of this chair back when we bought this place. We just left it there. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding.
Okay, the rug.
She made this with her own hands. She was really good.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet. See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
No trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
No trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
There's gotta be something I'm missing. Okay. Still won't let us get in there. Oh, it's the rug again.
I feel too restless to sleep right now.
Okay.
One of a matching pair, obviously.
Oh, we keep spinning in circles. I'm so confused. Okay, a lot of dust, a lot of old things. There's not much to remember, obviously, though.
The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things comfortable spot in the cabin.
Okay.
Well, along with the bed, of course.
Why do I keep coming back to this painting? And why does he keep mentioning the Necronomicon?
There was a time long ago that all this disrepair felt oddly homey. All the windows are drafty, but like everything else, we just got used to it. We liked it, even. I can make out nothing through this window. There was a time long ago that all this disrepair felt oddly homey.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing.
There's gotta be something in these articles.
There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors. So, this came in handy. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.
Okay.
I'm only supposed to take these before meals. Not a big fan of them. They do tend to alleviate my headaches, though.
Okay.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure.
How do beta blockers help with a headache? Okay.
We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway. I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Should get a new one. We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway.
Dearest, how do I say any of this?
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna click and see if there's anything on the.
The sunlight can be confusing. A oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up with me? If I could only remember what happened!
Okay.
She was special. Contradictory. She didn't mind these. Actually, I think she was into them too.
That looks interesting. We can always try it.
I read it for the articles, of course. Like that one by the guy. That one about the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods. Something good left in this world. They still make covers like this. Erotic, not obscene. She's beautiful, but what's her obsession with dolphins?
Dolphins?
I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods.
That's the only thing in here is a skin magazine? Really? That's the only thing to look at in here. Typical guy. Okay.
There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now.
Yeah. Now that's the home thing. Oh wait, what's this? No, this. What is that? Suppose we can't leave yet either.
There's always a chance she might return. There's nothing for me out there.
There's not much in here either. Ugh, I keep doing that. Okay, yes, I know. We're walking in circles. I don't know what else to look at.
Feeling peckish, dear?
We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. Truth be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
Okay.
The stove looks like something from World War I.
Okay. Oh, what? Is that the stove again? Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay. Just the one. Bet you. Is there a way we can move it? No. Of course not. Just. Okay. Nothing about the dishes. Marks on the floor.
I'd give anything to look into her eyes again, to feel like that again.
There has to be something with this painting. It's just too freaky. But alright. I am.
Where is she?
Yeah, good question. What in the world am I looking for?
All the windows are drafty, but like everything else, I can make out nothing through this window. There was a time, long ago, that all this disrepair felt oddly homey. All the windows are drafty, but like everything else, we just got used to it. We liked it, even. No trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt.
Dude, you need some more material.
A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not.
Okay.
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No. Most of the books are mine, but all of her a lot of rarities and I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Go back to her bedside table, maybe.
I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. 2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn out. Whenever her lamp didn't work, Serena would come by my side to read. A few moments later, she would lay her head down on my chest and fall asleep. She would always bring her reading material like I did. Why are these nightstands so empty? Dust everywhere. The amount of dust on it might make me hack up a lung. It's full of little scratches and gouges. Dust everywhere. I have no need for the words in there. I don't feel like being admonished by a deity right now. No, I don't want to read right now. Especially not a Bible. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some, boring to others. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. Ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here, as long as we were together and happy. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Something good left in this world. We still make covers like this. Erotic, not obscene. She's beautiful, but what's her obsession with dolphins?
Oh, I'm terrified of a dolphin. I get it. Morgan, I'm terrified of dolphins.
I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods.
Come on, there's other stuff in here. Why can't I look at it? Makes no sense. Alright, I don't even know if there's a way to save this game.
The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing. Sunlight can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke? She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from the supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere. I'm only supposed to take these before meals.
No idea. Alright. I guess we're not going anywhere. We're not getting anywhere. That's pretty much going to be it. I don't know. It's interesting. I just don't know what's supposed to be going on with it. Hopefully you guys can see most of that. Oh, you can only see my head. Alright, obviously it wasn't working. I was trying to play a game, but it was kind of screwing everything up. Okay. This is pretty much going to be it, because I'm tired and exhausted. So, see you guys next time, even though I don't think there's anybody here. Alright, bye.